Hi everybody, welcome back. How are you? Good, I hope. Here is Miss Zoe, and she precious. Wanted to have her in my video with me. Huh, babies? Yes. So on Instagram, I asked a question, what do you want to know? And I did this a little while back, and I only got a couple of questions on it. And so that's what I'm going to do right now. It's more of a chatty video. And you get to look at her, and I got the little teddy bear over here. And yeah, so one of the questions was, how long have I loved dolls? Probably all my life. I have a replica. I don't think you can see it from here, but over on the antique side of things, I had a doll I called her my Susie doll, but that's not what her name was. So it was really hard. Now, I was born in 65, and I remember this doll because I got it for Christmas, and I have a picture of me at Christmas with the doll in the carriage that I got for Christmas and my tea set. I have yet to find my tea set, and I've yet to find the little stroller. I have not found that. But the doll, I believe I found, and she's a walk with me. Let me go get her so you guys can see her. She's a little dusty, but I have not taken her out of the package because I don't want to. But this is from, her name is the Charlotte doll, or Colette doll, and she looks just like my doll in my picture. And she's a 24-inch, hold my hand and she'll walk. And I remember my doll, I'm holding her and having her move her legs, and she would walk, you know. And the only thing that's different on her is the color of her dress. The one I have is reversed. So the bottom is pink, the top is white. So I don't even know where that picture of me is with that. I know I have it. I think it's in one of my little books upstairs. But anyway, here is my doll. This is what she looks like, and she goes to sleep and whatever. This is her. I did not take her out of the box, and she got shipped to me. It does not say the year, but I just searched up 1960. I had to have been like 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old. So I put in there 1969, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 69 to 1968 to 1970, I did a search, and I found her. I'm pretty sure this is her. Now, her fingers have poked through here, but I believe this is my first doll that I remember that I ever had. So, and I was probably about 4 or 5 years old. In that picture, I'm guessing about probably more towards 5, I guess, from the size and stuff. But this is her. She's got little white shoes on. I have not taken her out. I don't want to, but this looks like, and I called her my Susie doll. I have no idea why. My mom's name is Ethel, but everybody called her Susie. So I don't know if that's why I called her that or not. I don't know. I have no idea. But this is my doll. I put her over on the antique side because that's where she belongs. So that is her. And I believe that was my first doll. And growing up, I never really got into Barbies, or I don't even remember owning one. I did have baby dolls, though. I've always liked baby dolls. And so, yeah, I've always loved them. Different reason to get into the reborns, though. So, getting into the reborns, I think I did this with another video about me. I stumbled across the video, but I was searching because I suffer from anxiety. It's not as bad now in the last while, and I think it's because of the reborns. I haven't had a major panic attack, anxiety attack in a little while. And I think it's because I know that I have them. I don't know. I don't know if that's it or not, but I've tried a couple medications and they did not work. So, and I don't want to, I'm not a naturalist or anything, but I don't want to put a bunch of drugs in my body. I just don't. And so if I can find a natural way to try to ease everything, I'm going to do that first. You know, if it ever got to the point where I had to, I would, you know, for my for my safety or whatever, I would. So I was doing a search on, I don't know how I came across the reborn dolls, and I was just searching and I found this video. I guess this lady is over in the UK somewhere, and I can't remember the name of the video or her name, but it's something to the effect of her house is full of dolls, just full of them. And I went down the rabbit hole from there. And I'm like, oh, I want one so bad. I wanted to see one. And so I did searches of reborn artists in Utah to see if there were any. And there are, but I never reached out to any of them. And then I found the Rose Doll Show. And I'm like, oh, I need to go so I can see these babies in person to see, you know. And I just watched everything and everything about them. I think I watched every single video there was about them. And I'm like, I can do this. I'm crafty, I'm kind of artistic or whatever, which you don't need to be to make one of these dolls. So I started looking up classes. Oh my heck. And for these babies, I mean, you can take online classes, but for doing these, you really need to be an in-person kind of situation. But I've spent 2 years. I started videos in 2018. So 2015, 16, 2015, I was looking them up and everything and trying to find something. And then from there, I looked up every single tutorial that there was. And it's like, I can do this. I just need to find the right one. And I learned early on that the Genesis heat set was not going to be for me. I'm too sensitive to smells. My skin's too sensitive. It's dangerous. I didn't even want to go there. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing that. So I knew I was going to do air dry. And you've got FX and what's the other? There's another one. And you got your regular acrylic paints, okay? I'm like, I got a ton of acrylic paints downstairs. Maybe I can use those. So I watched a bunch of air dry videos. The first ones I watched a lot of all of them, Genesis and air dry, but when I was getting serious on gonna make my own, I watched more of the air dry kind of people. But my first videos watching were In Love with Reborns 2011, Stephanie and Jackie. I watched them a lot, tried to get ideas. I signed up for their Patreon to see things and stuff. But I watched, what's that? What is her channel? And I was going to write all these down, and I didn't write them down. Babies, oh my heck. Aussie's Babies, Annette. She did some air dry tutorials, and I watched them, probably for 2 weeks or more, writing down the I watched it all the way through, watched it again, and started writing down the process of each one, because she had several videos for preemie, newborn, and she just did recently, I think last year, she did a toddler one. I'm not going to do toddlers, so I watched her preemie and the newborn one. I think she had 2 newborn ones and a preemie, and I have all the steps written down. But I also had to, because she used Genesis on a couple of them, so I had to go into Genesis and print out the color chart of the shades of colors, because you want to get something similar in air dry. So that's what I did, is I just tried to match the colors as best I could without having to make the colors. I bought a color wheel, I did all of that stuff. I did not want to mix colors. you know, but in a sense, you kind of do, because I couldn't find the right green. I couldn't find, there was some colors like the maroons, I couldn't get the right maroons, so you have to mix. Some of them you have to mix, and you just have to figure out what you got to mix to make them right, and the right consistency for them to show up, and all that stuff. Anyway, so it's Aussie. I don't know if it says in my book, if I wrote it down in my book. I have books for everything, guys. I'm a planner girl. So I have this book for my videos, and that's where I wrote down that, and video ideas and how I keep track of that. This is my painting one, and I have a ton of papers in here. But, and then, because I'll sketch things down on pieces of paper, but I've gotten so I write YouTube and the name, and let's see, the first part is supplies. I wrote down like supplies that you need. Rooting hair, that I do it, but I'm not that great at it. Like her hair is coming, I mean, I'm getting better, but I know I'm using the wrong hair. That I already know. And for it to come out the way I want to, like Jake's is so good. And it's mono rooting, and I tried it, and there's no way. It would take me a month to get a head down, to get it down. And I just, I don't know. Eventually, maybe I may do it that way, but I don't do it that way. So the ones that I watched first was In Love with Reborns, 2011, Custom Baby Doll. That's her name. And she does Genesis, but you can substitute the colors. And I just wrote down the different, like this was January 21st, 2018. So, and I watched all of her videos, all of it. And I've got everything written down here. And this doesn't go in here. So I have that all written down. It's customdollbaby.com. Okay, that's the first one that I went to, and there's quite a few. Then I did Reborn, Newborn. Okay, who's this? Miracle Baby Nursery. That's Annette from Australia. So I've got the Reborn, Newborn one. I got Preemie, and then I have the other Reborn class that she did in 2019, which is the one I pretty much follow now. I change it up a little bit of different stuff, but those are the ones that I watched. So, getting into why is for my anxiety. And I'm like, if I could just hold one of these babies and see if it helps, because that's what I was looking up, and everybody seemed to say, it helped them. It's like having a service dog. You have a service dog for emotional support. Well, I was hoping that these dolls would help me through my anxiety, because at that point, I was still having anxiety bad. So that's where Tegan comes in. So Tegan and Tanner were my first ones, and the ones after that, like the twins I did, but the ones in between, all of that stuff I sold. But Tegan and Tanner were my first ones. And Tegan, I wanted a preemie. I don't know why I wanted a preemie, but I wanted a preemie. So she's my first one I tried and got gutsy enough to do. And now I think she was born, I've got it right here. Tegan was, she was born in August 2018. So, and I'm like, okay, as soon as I have an attack, I'm going to see if this helps, But holding them, as soon as I paint, because you get the head and you get the limbs, they're not connected, But once you start painting them, you get to look at their faces and stuff once it starts to come alive, And then when you put them together, holy cow, I think I cried with her. And I was just so ecstatic. I'm like, okay, these may help. I mean, it doesn't take it away, but as soon as you hold them, something happens in your brain. It's like, okay, you're holding a baby. You need to chill, And so when I did Tanner, oh my heck, he is my bub. He's my bub. He's sitting over there. He's the one I go to if I'm feeling like something might be happening. I'll go grab him. And when I made him and finished it, because that's where I found out I didn't like open-eyed babies. I still don't. I did hers. I couldn't, her eyes are supposed to be kind of off, and I could not get it to go sideways. And I'm still tempted to take her apart and try, but I don't know. She's cute the way she is. So, anyways, but that's where I found out I really don't like open-eyed babies. I do them. I think I have her and Tanner and Charla are open-eyed. All the rest of them are closed. Yeah, and which I like better. But anyway, he's my special baby. He is my special baby. So that's why I like dolls. You know, it's different from way back when, and then now I still like dolls. Barbies are okay. I used to play with them with Ariel. She likes Barbies, but she likes the Reborns, you know. So the next question, after all of that 16-minute rant, is how many babies do I have? Well, let's name them. Okay, I have Emerson and Grayson. Those are the twins I just did. Okay, I have Tanner. I have Tegan. I have Gracie. I have Bella and Elaraya. I have Ari. I have Charla. I have Jake. Where's Jake? Jake's over there. I have Lucy, and I have Zoe. And I forgot Angel. I have Miss Angel. Let me, I did my pencil. Okay. And I have Angel. I knew I was missing one. Okay, I think that's all of them. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, I think that's it. 13, 14. 14 of them, I think. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 of them. And the new one will be 14. I'll have 14 of them. And the only one that I did not make is Jake. Jake is my one that I did not make. And Ari is a Ashton Drake baby. I don't even have any of my Paradise Gallery babies anymore. I sold them. I had twins in the beginning, Evan, and I can't remember what I called her. But there's videos that you can go watch from very beginning, from 2018. Okay, Tanner was born in 2019, January of 2019. Charla was April of 2020. Bella was March 2019. Elaraya was June of 2020. Grayson was April 2021. I just did. Emmy. Oh, I forgot one. Yeah, so I'll have 15. 14, 15. I'll have 16. I forgot Emmy. She's down here. Emmy's my silicone. So I got her in October 2019 because I wanted to see if I'd even like that, you know. And they're a lot of work. It's like having a baby. Actually, she's due to have a bath, and so I'll do a bath time with her again. And she's preemie size. Lucy, I did her in July 2019. My birthday's in July. She's my portrait baby of me. Jake, I didn't write down his birthday in here. I do have it, but I received him December 2019, I think, that year. And then Tegan was 2018. So she was my first one. Tanner was 2019. So I did Tegan first, and it took me a while. I did her in August, and I did him in January, the next, that January. And then I have Gracie, and I forgot, I didn't put her birthday in here, but I think I have it. And then Angel, I just did last December. And Emerson, I did in September. Grayson, I did in April. So, and then Zoe, I just did in November. And this one will be born either December this year, or the 1st of January. It'll be my first one in January. I don't know. So there are the 2 questions that I had. If I can find it again. Right here. That I had. So if you have more questions, definitely comment or send me an email. You can send me an email anytime, and as soon as I see it, I usually comment, unless it's in the middle of the night, you know. But those are the 2 questions I had. And yeah, so that is it for this video. So that was a chatty one. I hope you enjoyed it. Some information about me a little bit and everything, how I got into dolls and why and all that. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now. Say bye, baby. Say bye. Bye, guys.